Well, thank you, Chair. And I think you're always generous. So I can't agree with my friend, Mr. Desilets, on that. Um, but I do have a question about the Veteran Family Wellbeing Fund. I'm just curious if we could get shared with the committee what the criteria is, how many women's groups have been funded since 2018 through this program, and then how many applications are denied every year. And I'm also curious if there's particular criteria focusing specifically on women veterans, focusing on organizations led by women veterans for women veterans. Those things would be very helpful to me. Is that something that you could provide the committee with, Mr. Harris?
We can certainly provide the committee with that. We have criteria published on the actual website around the Wellbeing Fund itself. And you're quite right, we have prioritized certain groups over the course of the last number of years. I'll let them give you the details specifically, but we have prioritized giving funding to groups that support women, Indigenous organizations, and others as well, homelessness initiatives, for example, over the course of the last number of years, recognizing that these are key areas of priority.
Excellent. And another question that I have is one of the things that's come up repeatedly in having conversations with women veterans is the area of sexual dysfunction. And there seems to be concern that there isn't enough support for women who are experiencing sexual dysfunction. So I'm just wondering if we could get the numbers of women and men who have claims in for sexual dysfunction, just to give us a sort of an understanding. And I'm also curious if there's any work being done within the department to explore how to make this a little bit more acceptable for women and more inclusive so that women feel that they can come forward. Because I'm hearing that a lot of women are just being told it's not something that is taken care of, it's not something that's considered. So I'm just wondering if any work is being done to educate women and to do outreach to women veterans on this issue. And if I could get the stats as well, that would be helpful.
We can certainly give you some of the stats with respect to that, Mr. Chair. With respect to the work that's underway, Melanie was just speaking of that a little bit earlier around one of the eligibility entitlement guidelines that's been modified on this, and we are continuing to work in that area. Unfortunately, I don't think we have the time to go into much detail about it, but if we're allowed, I would certainly ask Trudy and Melanie to speak a little bit to that.